GoHighlanders.com's coverage of the fall sports season at UC Riverside continues. We're up at Mammoth Lakes with the UC Riverside Cross Country program, here with Director of Cross Country and Track and Field, Irv Ray. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Well, before we look at 2014, we always take a look back at the previous season, so let's look back at 2013. How did you think the team was going to perform heading into last year, and how did they ultimately perform at conference?
Well, we didn't perform as well last year. We had a really challenging course that we weren't really used to and hadn't seen up at Cal Poly. It was just kind of a disastrous day is the whole thing, and then our team didn't perform very well. But we did bounce back at regionals and passed a couple of more of our conference teams back at the regional meet, so we felt like we finished on a higher note. But last year was a rebuilding year, redshirting Seth, and then most of the guys on the line. I think I had 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and 1 junior last year. So it was a young team, and we took our knocks. So we're looking forward to this year.
You mentioned a rebuilding year last year, which means that most of those folks are back on the men's side, or all scorers, in fact.
Yeah, everybody's back from last year, plus we add Seth back in as a 5th-year senior and his experience and his leadership. So we're pretty excited about this upcoming year.
Well, in addition to Seth, who else returns that you expect to be a key scorer on this year's team?
Well, you know, every year we get through our summer training, we get up here to Mammoth. This is a really hard environment, and we're doing a lot of testing and finding out where people are at. So we've got a kind of a reshuffling of some of the players. So Seth will definitely be our #1 guy. Our team captain, Cody, who's now a 4th-year junior, and 5th-year senior, Ben Heck. Kind of a really nice threesome up there that's going to help us quite. They all have a chance to be all conference. Following right closely behind them is going to be a true sophomore, Miguel Vasquez, and Cesar Solis. And then it's a nice surprise. Another one who was out with an injury last year is back as Nick Beechin, and he's going to kind of give us extra depth in the top 5.
Well, how does the conference play out this year? Have you had a chance to see who everybody else has recruited? And remind the folks at home who won it last year and who we're all chasing.
Right. Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo has been the leader. I think they won 9 out of the last 11 years or something. We did beat them a few years back, but the last couple of years they've been the top one. And then Santa Barbara and UC Davis. And those are the kind of teams that we're chasing. We think we have a real opportunity to compete for a championship. And it all comes down to what happens on the day.
One of your mantras typically is, it all depends on the day. But preparation for the day has already started. We're up here in Mammoth.
Correct.
You've been up here for about a week, and there's a very specific reason that you guys come up to altitude to train. Can you explain in layman's terms for people like me what that benefit is coming up here?
You know, I'm starting my 12th year, and we've been fortunate enough that I've had the support of the administration to come up here for 3 weeks. And in those 21, 22 days that we're here, we build about 1 million new red blood cells, and they're thicker, heavier, more oxygenized, and just going to help us be better at sea level. Everything we do up here will last about 100 days. If the student athlete goes back and is hydrated well and takes care of himself and does all the right, gets the sleep, then all the fitness we build up here will be an advantage to us down in sea level for the weeks ahead. So it's an important part of our training and preparation is both physical and then also the mental side of things, as well as the team bonding and coming together and learning to work hard. Being in close quarters for 3 weeks and training hard and all that, it takes quite a bit of cooperation and teamwork, and I really like the dynamics. It's not easy, but when we get done, we usually have a pretty good product.
Well, the Big West Conference Championship back on our home course after a 1-year vacation. What does it mean to the program to have that back on UC Riverside's campus?
You know, and over the years, sometimes it hasn't been an advantage, but I think the kids feel good. They know the course. We train on it. We have a lot of friends and family come out. Our course is centrally located in Southern California, so we get a very large crowd, better than other places. And the course is a really fair course. It's got a challenging up and down to it, but it can run fast and allows all the teams to compete fairly. I know we've heard from all the coaches, that's why they keep voting to come back to Riverside, that we just have the best cross-country course in the Big West, and everybody likes to compete at our course. And it is an advantage for us at home, especially this year with a kind of an experienced senior group. I know they're looking forward to running on it in our Invitational, and then ending the season with the Big West Championships. And then we go to Stanford for our regional championship, and we'll also be traveling to Stanford to run over that course to get ready for 10,000 meters on grass.
Well, if coming around that home stretch at our home course, we've got a chance to win the conference championship. What are the things that have gone well throughout the course of the season and on the day to put us in position to win that title?
You know, I think it's true for running. I listen to football coaches now that football season is getting started, and soccer I'm the same way, is that you can train, do the X's and O's and do everything, but my belief is what the athlete does away from the track or the field of competition with their own life, their organization, their meals, their sleep patterns, how they balance their life. We talk a lot about that up here to get people prepared, and those who do that well with the hard workouts and the training will put the two together and probably have a successful year.
Well, Coach, good luck this season. We'll see you back down the hill in a couple of weeks, and we'll see you on our home course for a couple of home meets and then the Big West Conference Championship.
Go Highlanders. Come out and see us at our course at Ags Op in Riverside, California.